Good morning, everyone. This is Mary. You're watching another little piece of my art. I won't be doing a mini Monday or tiny Tuesday this week because of my hand and arm hurting, so I decided to use this day to do a coloring tag. I was tagged by the lovely Candace from Coloring with Candace, and she is doing a tag called #ColoringHappyHour 2021. So I will link her channel and the video in the description of this video. Excuse me. And the video, the tag entails listing 5 things that you love about coloring, about this hobby that we are obviously all sharing, or you wouldn't be watching this video. So while we do that, I thought I would flip through one of the very old books that I got when I first started to color in a serious way, because I think, everybody lists the time that they started coloring, but, we've all colored as kids. We've probably picked up our own kids' coloring books and colored over the years. So I'm talking about when this first came into my awareness as being a thing was 2016. So this is my number one answer. And they're not in any type of order. My answers are just, I wrote them down, but they're not, one is not more important than the other. So one of the things that I love about coloring so much is to pass long hours. When I first started coloring, I was staying at a family member's house, an elderly family member who needed someone to stay there. So there was lots of long hours of quiet. He would watch certain things on TV, and I was not interested in those things, so I would go in my room and color. And at the time, and in the place this was at, there was no Walmart, there's no bookstores, nothing. There was the Dollar Tree, and the Dollar Tree had these books. And every single time I saw a new one, I would buy them. So, yeah. This says that I got this particular one in 2017, but I remember starting this in 2016. Not this particular book, but these books. So they're bad. They're really bad. I didn't understand the paper or anything like that, but I'm just going to flip through it while I do this tag. So yes, passing long hours, to fill when you have a lot of time, no matter what it is, what reason it is that you are sitting around, because we all have different reasons. It's also, when I say pass long hours, a lot of people have insomnia or medical issues, and coloring is a way that you can be doing something with yourself, and instead of just sitting there staring at the TV, which gets really old. I'm not really a TV person. I only like 1 or 2 shows that come regularly back on. And for the rest of the time, it's background noise. I'm usually playing videos or movies. I have a big DVD collection. So anyways, yes, passing long hours is one of my answers. Another answer of why I love coloring is because coloring fills my basic need to be artistic, and I have that need, and I've always had that need since a child. I love to draw and sketch, but drawing and sketching is something that I have to be inspired to do. I try to do it even if I'm not inspired. I use prompts and things like that, to get into my sketchbooks and work on them as often as possible. But sometimes, there's just that empty page, and I'm not into it. I'm depleted from life, or I'm just not feeling very creative, and I don't want to get my supplies out and do artwork like that. There are times when that's all I want to do, but there are times when I don't. And coloring fulfills my basic need to be artistic. I also like that coloring is less messy than a lot of other crafts that I have been involved in over the years. You know, you can make a mess coloring, don't get me wrong, because you never really, you know, you start out thinking, oh, it's just going to be this, and you're going to color it, and then, you know, it ends up being a whole lot more. But you can be very non-messy with coloring. You know, you can just, if you're working on a portion of a picture and you know the colors you're using, I mean, you can sit down with one pencil in the book basically and work in it. So I like that. It's a whole other aspect of it, but I do enjoy the the portability of coloring, I guess, is what I want to say along with that as well. I enjoy. Okay, another thing I like about coloring is, okay, the hunt. I had some notes and I can't understand my own writing because my hand hurts. I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy, it's a lot of fun to discover new books and supplies that other people show. And you're like, oh my gosh, I want that. And let me just say, you know, I'm not a shopper per se. My husband is much more into shopping than I am and ever will be. I don't like getting in crowds, and I don't enjoy like the whole process of I just don't like it. I'm just not a shopper by definition. But once I got into this, I think my husband likes it so much because I am more interested in going places, because I'm like, well, they might have this and they might have that for my coloring addiction. So, yeah, it's fun, the hunt. And when you find a book in an offhand place or way, you know, like at a thrift store or Ollie's or something, you know, and it's something that you you know sells for more, you get that little bit of a woohoo feeling because you scored a deal, you know. And it's just fun. It's you can, you know, you can go to a place and visit somewhere and buy some t-shirt or something that you maybe won't ever wear, or some other kind of souvenir, or you can look for a coloring book and you'll have it for a long time as your souvenir. And just that kind of thing, like just the whole fun searching and seeking out my books and supplies is enjoyable for me. I'm going to give you a little tour of my coloring pages binder. Some of these are very old, so they're not very good. But we'll see what's in here. Here's some pages I tore out of an Alice in Wonderland book, and I gave the book to, I think I gave it to my daughter. So another answer to the question, what I enjoy about coloring, is the community. I have been on YouTube since 2009, and I have been involved in different types of communities. Also, my daughters have had channels, and I have, you know, been involved in those. And I can tell you by experience that the nicest people on YouTube are in this community, and we're very extremely fortunate to be involved in this. Can you imagine being like a beauty blogger right now, or true crime? You know, people can be so competitive. It's just, it's ridiculous. But with ColorTube, it's different because we want to see more. We want to see more colored pictures, more techniques and ideas. We welcome people in a different way than other kinds of platforms on YouTube. So I find that very extremely gratifying, and probably I would say that would be my number one reason for coloring, because I would still color even if YouTube closed down tomorrow. But I would say the reason I would stay on YouTube is for the people, for the people that we meet, the friendships that we build. Very similar to Candace's answer on that. I hope that the people that I meet, you know, I'll always be able to chat with, and you know, that I hope they never leave. I get attached to people like easy. So yeah, definitely the community makes it so nice to be here. Now I'm gonna have issues. I'm gonna have to pick up my tripod, guys. I'll try not to move too much, but you know me. It's morning and I'm drinking coffee, so what else was I gonna say? I feel very fortunate to have found ColorTube. If you would have told me years ago that one day you'll have a channel talking about coloring books on YouTube, I would have been like, huh? No, I won't. But here I am. So, you know, God works in mysterious ways, so they say. And I think we're all kind of led to what we're supposed to do somehow. There's some form of destiny going on, in my opinion, you know. So, yeah. And then the fifth thing I didn't fill in, and I don't know why. But the fifth thing I enjoy about coloring is it's just fun. It's just so visually rewarding and to me it doesn't really matter that much what the picture is. I mean, sure, there's things I prefer to color other than other things. You know, I would rather color fish than cats. But either way, at one time this was an empty piece of paper with black lines on it, and you know, each person bringing their creations to life, and they're so different, and you see people's pictures and you're like, oh, why didn't I think of that? You know, I'm going to try that next time. That's a great color combination, or that's a great mixture of supplies. I love how she added this to it or did that to it. It just never gets old for me. I always am so excited to see everyone's different techniques and their coloring pages at the end of the month. I like to hear about what people used, what they think. It's funny to me sometimes people will say, well, this was an epic fail. And I'm like looking at it going, huh? It looks great to me. What are you talking about? So, you know, and I like how everyone is so different. You know, there's people that are very like pragmatic about their coloring. You know, they plan things out, and each step of the way they know what they're doing. A lot of people will even go on Pinterest and get different color swatchy things to plan out their pages and stuff, and then other people like me just go at it. And I love all the diversity of coloring and the people that do it. I think it's just a lot of fun. And you know, I mean, eventually, I don't know, what do you guys think? There might become time when we can't even get coloring books in stores. I mean, maybe that trend will go away, but I know I'm still going to do it, and I hope you guys do as well, because I would miss having some ColorTube to watch. I really would. I remember when I first started watching ColorTube, I would watch the same videos over and over again, because there just wasn't, I mean, there was, you know, a good amount of people, but not like there is today. And that's the best part, is to me, is the growth and the newness. And always, you know, seeing, oh my gosh, there's somebody else just uploaded a coloring book collection video, which are my favorite. Because boy, can you get some good ideas when somebody uploads one of those videos and they show you all their books and some pages in them. You're like, wow, you know, I always have my pen and paper next to me so that I can take down the names of the books that I might want. And yeah, so that's just, it's all, I love it all. I really do. I love it all. So anyway, I hope that you guys will all partake in Candace's lovely video. It's such a positive thing to think about. I couldn't sleep last night as per usual, and I enjoyed thinking about the answers to these questions and kind of going down memory lane with my coloring journey back to when I was, you know, staying with that family member, and really just kind of sitting there with he thought I had too many coloring supplies, if he could see me now. Because I think I just had like a couple boxes of just mixed things in there, you know, alcohol markers and water-based markers, crayons, and whatever kind of colored pencils, just a mixture in one box. And I would work a lot of these pages you're seeing now. I did those just sitting in that room that I stayed with him for quite some time. So yeah, I think that's all I got. There are some people that I would tag, but I don't, like Rita and Azraa, but I don't think that they do tags, or at least I don't see them. If you guys do want to do it, consider yourself tagged. If not, no biggie. I do have other choices to tag. Well, this one's not even done. Sometimes I shove pictures in here that I would like to at some point do. So, yeah, this was a neat book, and I cut out the pages I want and passed it on. I think it was Tula Pink or something like that. Okay, so I will tag the beautiful T from T's World of Adult Coloring. If you see this T and you want to, please add your 2 cents. I would love to hear it. If not and you're busy, no biggie. Anna from Anna's Corner. Anna, I know you are also busy with work, but you know, if you feel like sitting down and doing a video like this and telling us your ideas, I would love to hear what you have to say. Kandy Colorful World Adult Color and Chat is a channel that I've been loving for a couple weeks now. I think I've watched all of her videos a couple times. So Kandy, no, I know your first name is not Kandy, it is Selena. If you would like to do this tag, consider yourself tagged. SpiceyCat Colors, Miss SpiceyCat, if you would like to do this, Kathy, consider yourself tagged. And I will put all these channels into my description so you can visit these ladies. And Nikki and Niagra, I know you like to do some chats, some tags in your chats, your coloring chats. So if you would like to tell us your 5 favorite things about coloring, I would love to hear it. So that's it, guys. We've reached the end of this video. Thank you so much, Candace, for tagging me. This was a really nice tag to do, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I hope you have a wonderful day, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.